Hi guys, welcome to another video from me, the Grumpy Old Gamer, Neil. And this is the first. I will be doing a video review, slightly different to my vlogs I've done previously. And this will be on, quite a biggie really, the Scuf hybrid. I was really lucky to get in touch with Simon Burgess and the guys at Scuf. And he was keen that I had a look at the hybrid after my review I did of the Scuf Classic on my blog. That was done from the point of view of an average gamer, which aptly describes me. So I got hold of a hybrid from Simon, and here it is. Lovely looking device that it is. Really nice colour scheme, simple black and white. And to be fair, I mean, initial impressions were that it just looks brilliant. I mean, the design is nice and simple. The coating on the top, the actual shell itself, is a matte black finish, but basically it's also quite grippy in itself. You've got obviously the plain white buttons, the domed right stick, which I have on pretty much all my controllers now, with the exception of maybe a couple. Obviously the Scuf guide button, really nice graphics on the front there, and then basically you get into all the other features of a Scuf that I guess most of you are aware of, but in terms of how I handled it, you know, I had to be taking all these at face value and learning them pretty much for the first time. So you've got obviously the paddles, 4 paddle Scuf hybrid. My previous one, the Classic, only had 2 paddles, so again this has taken a little bit of getting used to, can't lie. My outside paddles, as with my Scuf Classic, were A and B buttons, middle 2 X and Y, so took a bit of adjusting, getting used to that, and mostly the biggest advantage I can see from the 4 paddles for me personally is reloading on the run. I find it much easier to reload using the paddle at the back than using X button to do that, so that's a big advantage for the paddles for me personally, and I guess going back to what I said about, you know, being an average gamer, for most guys that would be, I would see that as an advantage personally speaking. As you can see from the back, talking of the back as we were with the paddles, there's I don't know if you can see it very clearly or not, but there's a coating on the back of the hybrid, and it's like really bumpy and really grippy back surface to it, and this makes it really comfortable to use and hold while you're playing. I wasn't really aware of that benefit on the hybrid, but when I got it out of the box, saw that, and I was like, yes, absolutely, that is a real advantage to the unit. Really makes it really comfortable, really grippy, and absolutely no problem with that at all. It's a really nice addition to the unit over the previous one I had. Going on from that, obviously most of you will be aware of trigger stops. You can see them there. You know, all Scufs have pretty much had those. I didn't have those on my Scuf Classic. So again, this is something I really wanted to have a look at. I've never had it on any other controller, and I wanted to see if, you know, all the hype was worth it. And to be fair, I'm not sure I could actually have another controller without trigger stops now. I just find it so much easier. You do get that little bit of a drop on an opponent, I feel, personally speaking. Obviously the trigger adjustment is there. You get the key with the unit to adjust that, and that's, you know, adjust it to your personal preference. Personally speaking, I tried it straight out of the box to see how it felt and see whether it was to my liking, and I haven't felt the need to adjust it at all. Personally speaking, it suits me straight out of the box. I probably will have a play with that at some point and see how it goes, but I've not had the unit long now. Been playing with it for maybe around about 5 days now, but personally speaking, the triggers are set perfectly for me, and had no issue with that whatsoever. But the trigger stops, really superb addition to a controller, and I think I tweeted to Simon about it. You know, such a simple idea, but works perfectly. So absolutely excellent point of view from that. As you might be able to tell, this is a wired Scuf. Initially I was quite apprehensive about using wired controllers. I've always had wireless controller, and I saw wired as maybe a step backwards, but I must say I really do prefer a wired controller now, as from a point of view of no battery issues. Again, coming back to I'm no pro gamer. I have to think of practicality issues more than anything else. Wired controller, no batteries, no need to worry about playing charge kits, anything like that. For me, that's a benefit. I initially saw it as a negative that you were connected to the Xbox at all times, but really I see that as a benefit in terms of practicality and not needing to have buying batteries or having to charge a battery up or use a play and charge kit every time you go on the Xbox. So no, again, I'll give that as a big plus. Anything else? Not an awful lot really. All I will say is that, as you guys know, probably on the Scuf website, you can get this in all sorts of designs. They've just released a ghost related one that I believe has a thermal coating on it, and when you hold, starts off as something similar to that, as a sort of black colour scheme. When you heat up, then you get two ghost logos that appear on the two arms there. The guys at Scuf have been at this for a while now, but they perfect it with every new one that they come out with. Any new developments that they come out with are obviously tested really carefully, and I don't think there's anything on this unit that isn't a benefit for any type of gamer, whether you're bog standard like myself or you're high level competitive gamer. There's absolutely no reason why any of these features on this item will not be of use to you, and all I can say is a massive thank you to Simon Burgess. I'll put his details in the description on the video. Scuf Gaming, guys, thank you very much for giving me the chance to have a look at this and having a play with it. Can't sing your praises highly enough, and the unit is absolutely superb. So guys, hit Scuf up, go and give them a visit on their website. I'll put that in the description as well. Hit them up on Twitter. Give Simon a big shout out, because he's been really great throughout this whole process. So thanks very much, guys. As always, if you can hit that like button, subscribe please, that'd be great, and hopefully have a few more reviews coming up soon, and certainly there's a couple more vlogs in the pipeline, hopefully later this week. So that's it for now. Scuf Hybrid, superb bit of kit, no matter what level gamer you are. That's it for now. Peace out, guys.